Well. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. And I got some really exciting news. So, today... Oh my god. I'm sorry, I'm just so excited. So about an hour ago, PlayStation released a tweet on their Twitter page, and they have confirmed that Spider-Man is coming to the new Marvel Avengers game. Oh my goodness. And this is like huge news. This is huge. So, we all know that some people, were not interested in this game, and I was one of those people. But until I saw the War Table live stream that was released last week, until I saw that, that actually convinced me to buy Marvel Avengers, and I will be buying this game. And I'm not super excited. I wasn't super excited, but when I saw that live stream last week, it did get me excited a little bit. But now that we got this news that Spider-Man is coming to the game, I'm really excited right now, as you guys can tell by my voice. I'm super excited. This is huge news. This is huge. So PlayStation, in their tweet, they said, "Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man comes to Marvel Avengers exclusively on PlayStation. Crystal Dynamics offers early details on its own unique take on the post-launch hero." And remember, okay guys, remember in the live stream from last week, remember that they said that post-launch heroes will not just be playable characters, but they will also have their own unique stories. And oh my goodness. But the thing is that here's the only catch to this is that I had a feeling if they would do something like this, it would be executed like this. You know what I mean? For it to be exclusively on PS4. Because we already know that this Marvel Avengers game will be both on Xbox One and PS4. But you guys already know, and this is just like with the movie rights with Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Well, technically just Spider-Man in general. That, Spider-Man is, the character's rights are owned by Sony. So, Sony, they have complete control over Spider-Man's, character rights. Because, they have the rights of the character. So, just like what they did with Disney, how you had to make a deal with Disney in order to, bring, this character into that universe. What they did with the MCU. And that's basically the same thing they're doing with Crystal Dynamics. It's the same thing, except the only difference is that this is for video games. And, Crystal Dynamics, they are the ones who are also behind, this Avengers game. Because this new Avengers game that's coming out next month is made by Marvel, Crystal Dynamics, and Square Enix. And if some of you guys don't know, Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics, they have done other games before. They've done games like Tomb Raider. That's what they're mostly known for, is that they're known for their Tomb Raider video games that came out. And you guys already know that I already played all three of them. All three of the Tomb Raider games. You guys already know I did that. Because that's what they're truly known for, is for the Tomb Raider games. And honestly, that was one of the main reasons why I was even giving this game a chance, was because, Crystal Dynamics and Square Enix, because, they're a very, great video game company. And that's why I was going to give That's why I'm giving Marvel Avengers a chance here, because the story might be really good, because you know, Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics stories for the Tomb Raider games were amazing. So now that they're going to be, you know, working with Marvel doing this Marvel Avengers game that will be releasing next month, I definitely want to check, I just definitely want to check this game out and give it a whirl. But now that Spider-Man is coming to Marvel's Avengers, like, that is insane, though. And not only that, but a couple days ago, they said it was actually leaked. But these were like rumors, though. We didn't actually know that it was true, but today it actually confirms it, that Spider-Man is really coming to Marvel Avengers, because it was said by PlayStation, the company that owns Spider-Man, because Sony is also PlayStation. And I remember like last week when I was watching that live stream of the War Table live stream for the Marvel Avengers game. I literally said at the end of the video last week that I just hope that they put Spider-Man in here. And if they do, it would make so much sense, because in Spider-Man PS4, we saw how Spider-Man referenced the Avengers. And not only that, but Avengers Tower is also in New York in Spider-Man PS4. I shouldn't say guessing, but I know for a fact it will be still in New York in Spider-Man Miles Morales, which will be releasing later on this year during the holiday season. And that would just make so much sense, because like, if you have the Avengers Tower, and like I said, he referenced the Avengers. He was talking about them in the last game. He was talking about them in Spider-Man PS4. And he was saying that they were on the West Coast, and that's where this game starts off at. That's where Marvel Avengers starts off at. It starts off at the West Coast. So, just hearing about this news is definitely going to convince people to buy the game now, considering the fact that Spider-Man is coming to, Marvel Avengers. And like I said, Spider-Man is the most popular character out of all Marvel characters. He's like the most popular one. Like, Iron Man is like literally like right below him right there, but like, he's literally the number one. Spider-Man is literally the number one popular character out of the whole Marvel universe. Literally. And like, there are so many heroes, and out of all of them, he is the most popular one. So, this is like, oh my god, this is huge. This is huge, man. This is huge. And it also looks like that, but this won't be happening next month. This will be happening next year, actually. Because as you guys can see, it says in 2021. So, it won't be happening next month. It'll be happening next year. Oh my god. Spider-Man is just, wow. Wow. Like, what they're basically doing here is that they're making like it's like these video game companies, PlayStation and Crystal Dynamics, what they're doing is that they're basically making their own universe. Like, they're basically making their own video game version of the MCU. That's basically what they're doing here, because they're having, these different games, kind of add up and have them connected to other games. Just like how with the MCU, you see all those movies are connected to each other, and that's how all those characters meet up with each other and become allies. And that's basically what they're doing with this, is that they're taking these video games, and they took Spider-Man PS4, and they made it connect with Marvel Avengers. That's what they're doing. And I like that. And, oh, sorry about that. But I'm pretty sure that they're going to be adding more, like, they're going to be making more video games. Like, maybe they'll make an X-Men game. Like, I'm talking about Crystal Dynamics, of course. Like, I don't really think PlayStation would make an X-Men game. They wouldn't do that because, you know, they're so focused on Spider-Man and all these other exclusives. But Crystal Dynamics, they can also make an X-Men game and also have that tied in with the Avengers and Spider-Man and all that. They can do that with Guardians of the Galaxy. They can do that with... Who else? Who else can they do that with? The Fantastic Four. They can make a Fantastic Four game as well. They can also do that with... Maybe the Defenders, maybe? Wow. Oh, and the what are they called? The Inhumans. That's what they could do too. I mean, I actually, you know what? Scratch that. I don't really think they're gonna be doing an Inhumans game, but I have a feeling that maybe they might do, you know, a X-Men game. Like, that's something they could do as well. Because the Crystal Dynamics, if they make an X-Men game as well, they can have that tie in with the Avengers and Spider-Man. Oh, wait, guys. I also just realized something of how... Okay, here's a thought. Alright. So, we all know that Miles Morales is getting his own standalone video game later on this year. During the holiday season. Spider-Man Miles Morales. So, what if Miles Morales is one of the other heroes they'll be adding to this game? I mean, think about it. Like, since Spider-Man is going to be a post-launch hero, and you know how Miles Morales and him, they're going to be working together. So, maybe Miles Morales might also show up in this game as well, if you think about it, because he's also Spider-Man as well. So if they do that, I think that would be really cool if they would do that. Or maybe they just might have him like stay in New York while Spider-Man is with the Avengers, maybe. Actually, yeah, you know what? That does make sense, actually. You know what? Yeah, I don't really think Miles Morales is going to show up in this game with Spider-Man, because maybe maybe Peter Parker might ask Miles Morales to look after New York City while Peter is with the Avengers. Maybe that's probably what they'll be doing. But yeah, man, this is like huge news. This is incredible news. Like I said, Spider-Man is just getting a lot of praise here with all these video games. Like, he got Spider-Man PS4 that came out 2 years ago. And now we have Spider-Man Miles Morales, and now Spider-Man is going to be in Marvel Avengers, and then Spider-Man 2 will also come out next year as well. Or possibly in 2022, possibly, because Spider-Man 2 is going to be such a huge game. That might have to come out in 2022, because, you know, don't forget, guys, we are also, you know, in a pandemic right now, so that'll probably be a little bit more difficult for them to, you know, keep making and developing Spider-Man 2. But yeah, guys, this is like very incredible news. I'm very excited for this game now. Like, that War Table live stream from last week got me a little bit excited. Well, I shouldn't say a little bit, but it did get me excited for this game. And now just seeing Spider-Man, like, and now, you know, us getting news that Spider-Man is going to be in Marvel Avengers, that just makes me twice as excited, even more excited. So yeah, guys, leave it down in the comment section below. Are you guys super excited? Like, oh my god, like, no one expected this at all. Like, I did not expect this. Like, I did not expect this at all. Like, man, I'm literally like lost at words right now, man. Like, this is huge news. But yeah, are you guys... Leave it down in the comments section. See, I can't even real talk right now because I'm that excited for this game now. Like I said, I already told you guys that War Table live stream from last week got me excited for Marvel's Avengers, and now seeing that Spider-Man is going to be added to Marvel's Avengers just makes me even more excited. But yeah, leave it down in the comment section below. Are you guys going to be getting Marvel Avengers? Are you guys super excited that Spider-Man is going to be in Marvel's Avengers? But the only thing is, guys, don't forget, guys, you need a PlayStation 4 or a PlayStation 5 in order to play as Spider-Man in Marvel Avengers next year. But yeah, I'm gonna be super excited. I'm definitely gonna be playing this. I'm definitely gonna be playing as Spider-Man on the PS5 next year because I will be getting a PS5. You guys already know that I got a PS4 right now, so I mean, it's obvious that you guys already know that I have a PS4 because you guys see in my gameplay walkthroughs I play on PS4. But yeah, so if some of you guys won't get the PS5 next year, you guys can still play this game on PS4 and play as Spider-Man. If some of you don't get the PS5 in time. But yeah. So next year I will be definitely playing as Spider-Man on the PS5 next year in Avengers. But yeah, leave it down in the comment section below. Are you guys getting Marvel Avengers? Are you guys like super excited as much as I am that Spider-Man is coming to Marvel's Avengers? Leave it down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to help support the channel. I love each and every one of you. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. So peace out, guys, and stay safe.